Hello, lore heads, and welcome to the League, exploring the League of Legends lore from A to Z. My name is Rebecca.
And I'm John.
My name is Mark.
Today we're talking about a new motion comic and cinematic that came out that's actually moving the story forward, which is really exciting. Scarl's excited too. You probably just heard him purring into the microphone there as he was rubbing his adorable face upon it.
I mean, Riot lore team, you getting the thumbs up from the cats over there and the
Cats are loving it. Cats are loving it.
Yeah, you get
One out of one.
So I mean,
agree.
you're doing something right.
And that's 100%, baby.
Yeah, that's the only study you need.
Yeah, I'm really interested to talk about it. I figure we'll do. Do we want to try and avoid talking about the cinematic when we talk about the comic, or was it all just going to be we're going to air it all out?
Yeah, I figured we'd kind of do both of them since they kind of lead into each other.
Yeah. I just meant there are big things afoot in the cinematic. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I guess we can talk about it then.
Pretty big things going on in that.
Sure. You want to dive into the comic?
Yeah, let's do it.
The warning? Is that what I didn't actually write down the title in my notes.
Warning sounds right. The warning.
God, guys.
The warning.
So ill-prepared.
Well, not that ill-prepared. I
everything.
took notes and stuff. I read it. I have thoughts on it. I just, what it is that I wrote these a little while ago.
And I will say, the title of this one seems like it should have been the title of the earlier cinematic, right? Where he had the premonition of
I would
the
kind of
crown and
agree.
everything. So
It is the warning, by the
every
way.
time I think of it, I'm like, it's the warning.
See,
Wait,
I
no, the warning's a cinematic. But no, the cinematic is something else that should have been called the warning.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I do kind of agree. Warning reads as something that would happen early instead of right as we're kind of reaching the a big climax of things. But it's fine. We can get into it. Okay, so where we picked up, where we had left off at the start of this was Xin Zhao is now he's in his summoner judgment. He's across the veil. He's in the spirit realm, or is that what we're pretty sure is where he's kind of actually?
Yeah, presumably.
Yeah,
He had to go
right?
through the
Spirit
portal
realm.
to the spirit realm to get there.
There, yeah.
Yes, to kind of cleanse himself through these trials of Twilight, and we had left him kind of meeting up with an old friend named Boyang on his ship, the Viscero. And we pick up here with that, right? They're on the Viscero. Boyang and Xin Zhao are there. And we find out that these two are very, very close. It read to me like sort of adopted brothers type situation.
Yeah.
If you want to draw some sort of mirror to Darius and Draven in some ways. That's not really there, but you could.
But you could draw it.
I don't know.
We won't
You
stop
could,
you.
right?
It could be like Garen Jarvan J4.
You can draw it. There's a lot of different, yeah.
Anyway.
And what they kind of get at when he's talking with Boyang is sort of that there's something in his past that Xin Zhao has not made peace with, and that's why he's here. And while they're there, they're kind of reflecting on this is where, when the Viscera was first attacked, this is where Xin Zhao made his first kill, which was an accident. He was just trying to stop one of the Noxians, but had ended up killing him. And he's a child at this point.
He ended
right?
up being yoked as fuck for a kid. And,
Yeah.
what can you
Yeah,
do?
he's just really
you accidentally kill Noxians with mops.
And so Xin Zhao makes this comment about how, at least they respected that. But Boyang sort of contradicts him and says, well, they didn't. What they did was they sort of cut Boyang and Xin Zhao loose, these two kids. But everyone else got put into the reckoning pits. And, after that, Xin Zhao ended up becoming Viscero, and Boyang, it's written as he sort of followed him all the way to the shore of, oops, I didn't write it down. I thought I'd remember, but that was when I first read it.
Is it something
where they
Falstead
lost
or something?
Falstead, something like that. Demacian shore where they were defeated, and where Xin Zhao became a Demacian, and this is also where Boyang died. And they sort of presented with this question of at the end of it all, was it worth it? Would it maybe have been better to do nothing at all, right? To not fight? And then we kind of cut to this sequence of when Xin Zhao, it seems like, was maybe asking for leave to go, although I don't know if this is something that actually happened.
I
It's a little
don't
hard
think
to tell.
so, because like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
because he's
first
probably
of all,
he's probably
because
dead.
he's asking Jarvan the Third,
Jarvan the Third. Yeah,
Who-
I said J4, but J3 is who it is.
was very dead when this all happened.
Yes. Yeah.
It's tricky for a couple of reasons. So what we see is that he's asking J3 to leave, and J3 is being just the cattiest fucking bitch you have ever met. I swear to God, it's like, yeah, I guess we've been I can't even remember what his little lines are, right? Shinjao's like, oh, hey, Jarvan. He's like, you need to call me your liege. We've been a little too casual around here. He's got real asshole. And Shinjao picks up that this is not right. And something that I thought kind of confused me was that he says, like, this isn't the way it happened. As if, like, he did ask for, like, leave to go, but it didn't go down this way. It's like he was never this mean. He was never so cruel.
Why you gotta be so cruel?
And this is where he's kind of presented with visions of corrupted Garen and Jarvan, and what we kind of see is that it's actually sort of LeBlanc that's Jarvan, the fourth, that is. Whether this is just her trying to like affect what's going on in this trial of Twilight, or speaks to some other conspiracy about what's going on with Jarvan the Fourth and LeBlanc, it's hard to say. And kind of when presented with this, Shinjao has a moment of weakness. It's like, maybe I should be a Darkin. Maybe this is the answer. And so Hin's like says, all of a sudden is kind of interjecting, speaking over. It's like, no, this ain't the way, bro. And then Shinjao sort of snaps back to reality with Yunara. And they kind of come to the question of like, can we trust Zahin? And it's like, well, I guess we hope so. Nothing else we can do right now. And that's sort of where we leave off to go step into the cinematic.
Now, I had a few questions about this.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I did too. Go ahead.
First one, I guess, is like, do we know what he meant by they cut us loose when we got off the boat? Because if I remember correctly, they all got fucking thrown in and that's how he became Viscero in the Reckoning.
What I thought too.
Yes. Yeah, I have it like written in quotes because it's a real throwaway sort of line of like, oh, they just cut us loose. But like you said, hey, I thought that. No, they could just be rewriting it. It's fine. That's
too.
Old lore. This is new.
Yeah.
But what I would say also is that what we know about Noxus at this time is they were not above using child soldiers. I feel like I don't understand. What am I trying to say? These children have value. You know what I mean to say? Like, there's no reason that Anoxian at that time would have cut them loose unless they were some sort of like relatively good person, right? Someone who kind of ran against the grain of how Noxus was at the time. But that's not ever established, and it's written as if they were like really dill holes, and almost like it's retribution for Shinjao's defiance, like as if they wouldn't have put these people in the reckoning pits. But Shinjao chose to fight back. Was that y'all's read on that?
Yes.
Which I thought was confusing.
Which seems, I
don't really get it because it's
right?
like
too like.
That's the thing. I don't know. It's all new. What we can kind of say is that if there's a sort of conflict, we have to I think we have to assume that this will trump sort of what came before. But it is inaccurate, and I think isn't it more interest. I guess if you were to like really write stories about this, it could be interesting that Shinjao came back to the Reckoning Pits after this whole thing. That like this was his only way out, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And I am double checking too, because I was like, you know what? Maybe they just rewrote that part of his bio at some point, and like,
or maybe we just assumed it.
But I just double checked, and they did not.
So this has been changed, right? I don't know if it's a change for the better, partially because it doesn't get a lot of. It doesn't get a lot, right?
Halstead, by the way, not Falstead. I was so close.
You were way closer than me, which was I don't remember it. So, but yeah, there's a lot going on with like Shinjao and Boyang's relationship, but we don't see a lot of what happened in that time when they kind of grew up together, which would have been like it's very formative, right? So I kind of want more about this character to really understand what's gone on with Shinjao a little more.
It was hard to get the like emotional impact from it, I guess, because of like the lack of information. a little bit.
And like, and part of that for me personally, I don't know if this will be the same problem with others, but like part of it was me hearing things very early on and being like, wait, what? And then that distracting me.
Fair.
further.
Too.
Maybe it would have hit differently if I wasn't so distracted trying to make sense of timelines and shit like that. But
I don't know. I probably not. Probably not, right? Because I was pretty loose with it. Just I just want to highlight these things in my notes. What I really thought they were gonna do, and I still kind of wish they had, was that I kind of expected that Shinja would have to face Boyang in like the Reckoning Pits, because I thought if they're all thrown in there and they're forced to fight against each other, like doesn't, it's just something that I feel like I see many times in gladiator related content, which it's like, it really reinforces the lack of power and control you have over your life at this point, right? You're at the mercy of your captors and you're forced to do these horrible things, right? And wouldn't that make the question of like, was it worth it, a little more poignant, because it's like it did cost Boyang his life. Would it have been better to have died and to let yourself die in the Reckoning Pits instead of this friend of yours? But it's just sort of like he just went back and Boyang followed along. And even then, right? I'm getting really angry about this.
No, go for it.
Even then, the place where Boyang dies, Shinjiao has no control over that, as far as I'm aware.
he would have died there anyway, regardless of like,
Assumedly.
yeah, like, I mean, because again, maybe they're changing lore without updating his bio. Like, we have no idea. Yeah, Xin Zhao was not related to Bo Yang being there. Like, that's just, Bo Yang was also really good, apparently, in the Reckoning Pits and warranted a buyout of the contract for War 2 and died on the shore, and that was going to happen regardless of whether Xin Zhao was there.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is that they paint this relationship like Bo Yang followed him anywhere he went, right? So if Xin Zhao went somewhere, Bo Yang was going to be there with him, and there's a voluntary choice, right? So we have to kind of assume that they're free to make these decisions, I guess. And so like if Shinjiao
also seems weird, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's also not the picture that was painted.
yeah, for sure, right? And it's I don't know. I get what's so hard about it for me is that we're talking about like a single motion comic where a lot of this comic is not about this.
Yeah.
I'll say much more of this is about LeBlanc and cool dark and Garen's skin. Okay. But it's really sweeping changes for how we contextualize Shinjiao and his journey, right? We're kind of seeing the climax of his journey. So to go back and be like, actually, what happened was all very, very different from what you know. It's like, ooh, okay, that's a real shift in context, and I need more to like for that to work.
And like, presumably too, my initial read on it too was that like, yes, this was something from his past that he was, trying to come to terms with. But also, much like the Jarvan conversation, my read on it was that, like, it's not fully accurate either. Like, there's, like, the test is taking some liberties to try and make it more emotionally impacting. But, I mean, this one didn't necessarily land like the Jarvan one did for me, just because... I don't know, everything we've talked about, lack of emotion for Bo Yang, lack of context as to what the fuck they're talking about in the first place, and like, I could at least put more pieces together for the Jarvan one and figure out like, and the fact that Xin Zhao didn't mention anywhere in this one, wait, this isn't how this happened either. That was also a little weird. But like,
yes,
I don't know. There were a lot of pieces
that would be
that struck just off enough to make the whole section seem weird. What didn't seem off was Bo Yang's voice. Cool as hell. I spent forever trying to figure out who the voice actor was afterwards and could not fucking find it anywhere. But
so if anybody knows,
if anyone knows who voice acted Bo in this motion comic, let me know, because it was great. And if I'm being honest, made me feel worse about Jazz voice acting.
I was going to ask you because, well, I mean, tastes are tastes. You put it on the bounty board. If anyone's forgotten, there's a standing bounty for the voice of Lars in the Bilgewater audio thing. So yeah, throw it on there. I'll put up $10 if you can find the Bo Yang voice actor. I'll give you $10.
In RP or just a straight 10-0?
Tenor, yeah. Why not? I don't work for Riot. I don't need to. Although Riot, if I can get like some sort of like on commission thing, Please. I'll show so hard, man. I promise. Man, what was I going to say? Yeah, I think that the biggest thing is that, like you said, Shinjao doesn't have this moment of like, wait a minute, Boyoung was never this, like, he believed in what we did, you know, something like that. The Jarvan thing reads way more in, like, you're very intentionally making things up, because he's being so mean.
Yeah.
He's, like, unnecessarily
And what
mean.
we know from, like, J3 is that he was, like, a very kind man with, like, the people that were close to him and everything like that.
You know, it's something that's kind of interesting. Have y'all seen, you probably, John, maybe you might, I don't know. It's like a very little, like, minute and a half little new skit, like the visual update teaser they did for Shinjao, where
I don't think so.
it's like, when they think of Viscero, the undefeated, you know, you know, you're familiar with it?
Watch that
well, there's
one.
a pic.
Yeah.
Okay, I was watching through some of these as I was waiting for y'all, and in that one, it's a very similar pose for J3, but he's very, like, kind looking, and he's got these two like big Disney-eyed the little griffin things that they ride on silver wings. And it's very funny to me. I like the idea of, like, the like very good J3 and then, like, the evil, like, Gollum J3.
He's got gargoyles next to him instead.
Gargoyle, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
But yeah,
I'll say... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm still I'm still a little hung up on timelines with J3. Like I said, maybe it's just the way they worded it, but Shinjao kind of saying specifically that this isn't the way it happened, right? It reads like this, he did have this exchange and this is just different. But then also when he's fighting the LeBlanc / Jarvan the 4 corrupted J4 thing, she does refer to Jarvan the 3rd as his dead liege or something like that. Mm-hmm. So,
because presumably, like, if J3 was actually still alive when this happened, and then sent Shinjao away, that would mean that J3 is still currently alive, because Shinjao was in the city when he died.
I never got the impression that J3 was supposed to be alive here. I think it was just for Shinjao, seeing his friend in that way is the most painful way to see him, I guess. And it was just tying it back to something he might have recently had a conversation with J4 about, I guess. I don't know. To me, I never was questioning it. And
that was, I think maybe that's the thing that hurts on this one a little bit. Do we have, is there like a corrupted J4, corrupted J3 skin that they absolutely needed to get corrupted J4 in this instead of letting J4 be, you know, the liege lord at the time that he was having this conversation with?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Which sucks a little. It, you know, it adds the Sentinels tinge to it, you know, where like a creative lore decision is made because you needed characters to look a certain way because you had a skin line released for them. Yeah. I'll give them more benefit than normal insofar in that, like, I do like the attempt to have these skin lines like the if you remember the Ambessa skin line that kind of came out with her. Yeah.
They're sort of tied in, like, kind of technically canon, or in a weird way kind of are. It's a nice attempt. I don't know if it's maybe this one doesn't land as nicely, but I like to see them try, I guess.
I do.
Something about it just tickles me.
I like, I like it when they do it. Don't get me wrong. I think it just, anytime there's something that is like canon that you can tell doesn't work quite as well as it could have, but was a decision that was made because they needed to have a skin in a certain way, it feels bad.
Yeah. No, I get you. I was left with a question from this of what did Yunara see? I really thought we were going to see Yunara's trial.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was very surprised that we did not see it at all.
And I guess it tracks for how the rest of the motion comics been going. Like, we have been following Shinjao for the whole thing, but
that's true.
Still, I kind of would have liked maybe instead of Yunara pulling him out, maybe he finishes his and sees a little bit of Yunara's and pulls her out, so we could kind of see that. That would have been cool.
Just a hint.
A hint could have been cool. Although it does make sense that Yunara is more familiar with this place and would probably just kind of blast right through them trials that she got. I like the
that
idea
idea.
Just
that
go
she's just
see
like,
all the way
whatever.
down
She's like,
for
yeah,
every
I get it, guys. Whatever. My dead friend. It's cool.
She's just got her head
Done
down at her
this.
desk. She's done with her test. She stops. She's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that was really easy. Should I go back and double check?
I know.
She goes back into the trial real quick.
It's the worst feeling.
I'm open to it. Like you said, I like that. You're right. She's got a lot more experience with it, and she's very she's very she's very professional. So that's the best way I can describe it. It's like she's just really focused. She does her job, and then probably that tracks that she wouldn't have these cracks and weaknesses that Xinjiao might.
Yeah, I don't know though, but I do wonder if the story will pick up more from Yunara's point of view now after the cinematic. But
Yeah, I kind of assume so, dude. Should we talk about this?
It's
Should we talk about the
not gonna be
cinematic?
from Xinjiao's point of view. Am I right?
we don't know.
Be curious. I mean, are we gonna summarize the cinematic? I mean, it's only 4
Actually.
minutes. You could just go. Yeah, we can just do a quick thing of it.
Go ahead, Mark.
It's like an action. A lot of it is
It's like an action piece. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying to
yeah.
think like where to kind
It's
of
a
pick up
classic
and that.
Fortiche action piece.
Yeah. Yes. What we kind of see the sort of I say wrap around the sort of framing little story is that Xinjiao is speaking to someone, and we see a few shots kind of early on of like it's like a hand on sort of the heft of a spear, and then we kind of cut to what's happening sort of in the real world, and we see that indeed Otacon has gotten the glaive, and LeBlanc is there overseeing operations, and Yunara and Xinjiao are trying to fight Otacon with the cool glaive. There's a few shots kind of established that the blade, which is a darkened glaive, is not been awakened. It's got the spot where the eye should be, but the eye has no pupil or anything, right? It's offline right now.
Doesn't just open for anyone.
Yeah, and Yunara starts really wailing on Otacon, and then LeBlanc tries to flank and gank her, and Xinjiao's peeling. It's really hard to play peel as Xinjiao, and he lets the chain through, and
All right, you
and
can't
with that Yunara
fucking
kind of falls.
peel LeBlanc off your AD carry. We know this.
Yeah. And while this has been happening, I'll say there's also this sort of there's a conversation that's happening between Xinjiao and Zahin, right? That is running over, and we're kind of getting more that what we're seeing now is stuff that's kind of happened in the very recent past relative to this conversation, and it kind of results in Yunara she's knocked down, and Xinjiao goes to take one last sort of desperate stab at Otacon, and he catches a glaive through the gut, or he catches like a blade through the gut. He's mortally wounded, and he reaches out and he grabs a hold of the darkened weapon. And so this conversation is him and Zahin, and Xinjiao is pleading with Zahin to take me. We need to use your power to stop them. And it's like, let me sacrifice myself. You did it once, let me do it. And Zahin can't help but feel a tiny bit of pity, for this hero who's dying, and Zahin takes the hold of the staff of the spear as well as Xinjiao disintegrates into fucking flower petals and is gone.
Yeah.
And then Zahin is left. I'll say when we see Zahin too, he is human. He's Shuriman.
He's cool as
holding the spear.
shit.
Yeah, I love the design they picked
I
for
really
him.
do.
Is in his sort of human form,
Straight
and then
up
we're
got
seeing from
damaged.
Yunara's perspective as Xinjiao's form is becoming darkened, and the end result is a sort of darkened through, kind of passed through like a Xinjiao like filter a little bit, and especially in like the face maybe. And he one shots Otacon. It slices right through Otacon, in this single stroke, and through the LeBlanc. She's just sort of
the clone.
Yeah, she cut
One
hot
of the
dog, not
LeBlancs.
hamburger. Yeah, one of the LeBlancs. And Yunara's kind of left there realizing that Zahin is back on the scene. And then there's sort of like a little follow-up scene where we see LeBlanc and Vladimir just looking the most annoyed. He's like, and LeBlanc in the little helmet they have of Otacon sort of crumples and breaks away, and she's sort of like even demons can be undone. And then she's got her little drawings. Now one of them is very obviously a Swain Raven. What's the other drawing in the top left? In that,
I'd have
because it's the two
to
things
look
that she's got
again.
going. I looked at it long and hard, and I could not tell you what it is. It read to me as something like mechanical, like not a person or a organic form or a weapon. But yeah, that's the cinematic. I know I just asked you all to look for something, and then everyone's desperately trying to pull it up. I mean, what do you think about Xin Zhao taking a bow?
Did we watch this end?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't remember.
Hang
on, now I gotta watch the very end. I don't feel like I remember watching this. Okay, oh, sugar. I really liked. I'm sad for Xin Zhao. I am not opposed to this new idea that they might be willing to kill off champions in the lore permanently. I'm not against it.
I for sure.
Yeah, I think it's pretty bold. But
yes,
again, not against it. And we've seen it with Ambessa, so it's possible. It's interesting to go for such an old champion who's like been really deep in the lore for a long time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really curious to know what Riot felt about this, because or thought about it, right? Like, because like you said, they did it with Ambessa, but that feels sort of like
she was new and she died in the show.
Yeah,
we
you're kind of
knew.
dipping your toe.
Yeah, it was different.
It's just like, okay, we're kind of just feeling it out. Xin Zhao's an interesting one, especially because he just got a big visual update. Which I guess if you're gonna kill a character, to send them out looking good, right? There's the kind of Mortician Riot over here a little bit.
I mean, it's it's a cool way to say goodbye to a champion in a way. I do kind of hope that they stick with it and that they don't pull back and then he's alive in some way, like they did with Gangplank. Although I imagine that Xin Zhao huge fans hate that idea and probably do want him to come back.
Who knows? I'd be curious, right? Because they definitely, because I think the emotional beat of him, asking for Zahin to like help me save the world, man. The way it's like, I thought it landed right, and I think it's pretty good. And like we said, I'm trying to think like if they killed off Anivia's just dead and gone, no more eggs, no more revival. That's but she got a cool visual update and she got a cool cinematic. Maybe I might be satisfied. I think it's this one. I don't know. A lot of the comments I saw, I didn't see people getting upset about it. A lot of people seem to be very like, they seem to really be appreciative of the way he was portrayed. I guess I'll say in that sequence.
Yeah. I feel like people are way happier about him than Zahin.
People don't like Zahin.
You think so? They don't like his design or gameplay design.
Oh, what don't they like?
I'm curious. I'd be curious.
People for some fucking reason wanted a bird champion.
Oh yeah,
like
they thought he was going to look
champion.
more bird-like.
He's not bird-like. He's just sexy Squidward.
Okay, first of all, a little, but don't kink shame me like that. It's fucking rude.
We all knew. We all knew the second we saw that Zahin was going to be the champion. We all knew he was never going to be a bird.
We were like, well, they better change his design because he can't look like a bird.
Yeah, can't look like a bird.
Can't look like a tall bird man with a staff. And that's taken.
There were two things we knew the second this event started. Xin Zhao was getting that fucking glaive. And the bird champion was never getting released. From day one.
Yeah, it's and what can we say? Maybe that's mismanaged expectations. Who knows? From Riot's end, I don't know.
Well, yeah, that drawing, by the way, I don't know what that is.
It looks like an unfinished picture of a gun.
It does. That or a ship.
I thought it looked like a gun too. Yeah.
It does look like a gun to me though, as well.
Which, if you want to tie it into,
which would be pretty cool. Like a fucking. We haven't gotten like a gun.
Darkened gun. The darkened shotgun, the darkened bazooka.
Well, is it going to be a Darken related thing? It could be. I mean,
it seems to.
So the Raven that's about Swain.
Yeah, but what we see is that LeBlanc is sort of. This is the thing where I don't know if LeBlanc is just coping or like she actually intended this.
She's another fucking plan failed. Right. God it's like, damn it!
But hey, we learned She's like, hey, this is the thing where like your team wants to FF and you're trying to be like, but hey, we got their red buff, man. I know they aced us, but we got red buff. Whereas it's like, yeah, we did not get the Darken weapon. And yes, Otacon is dead. But we do know that it can kill a demon, so maybe we can take that and put it in a gun and shoot
right,
it at
and
Swain.
like shoot the other demon. Right now that she knows that demons can be killed, and she knows that Raum is like the bane of her existence right now. All right, well,
yeah, for sure, dude. What if they kill
put a
Swain's
Darken in a
demon,
gun and kill
man?
Swain's Raven? Fucking done.
Yeah,
not
might
so
the
Raven.
Darken bullet. Not so Raven.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, LeBlanc's really cool in the cinematic. I'll say
she always is.
they really nailed it with her redesign, and it was not, you know what was kind of neat was seeing some of her abilities in a way that was kind of stripped down a little bit, like her blink, right, where there's not like a lot of particles or anything. It's very what you kind of it does what you expect.
She's just there, and she's got the fucking ARAM mayhem cooldown reduction on her chains.
Yes,
There were chains
100
everywhere.
ability
That was
haste on the
horseshit.
chains.
Except she was missing them. I don't feel like she should have gotten that cooldown.
Right? Maybe it was like a conditional one. I haven't seen this one in game, but they were like increase cooldown of your W by 3 million, decrease cooldown on your E by 3 million.
3 million. Instant, yeah.
It was nice to see people fighting her, though, and it, putting up a defense in a way. They didn't win the fight, obviously, but I don't know. It made LeBlanc seem less unstoppable in a way. I don't know if that makes sense.
Now, it was just a clone.
I know.
We don't know what ability
That's the
decrease.
But they all, we don't know which one's the real LeBlanc. They don't even know it. They all think they're
Right,
the real
LeBlanc
LeBlanc, right?
Xinjiao just killed the real LeBlanc. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's Zehen did.
That'd be really funny.
Zehen did kill that demon real fucking easy.
Really fucking easily, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see, like, does this mean Otacon? Are they gonna keep Otacon as a map objective, or are they gonna
That's what I
find
was
something
curious
to
about.
I
replace?
don't know, because there's
It's an
probably going to be
interesting idea.
some map changes, maybe in the new
Yeah.
season. But
I'm open to no more Otacon. Not that I dislike the objective or anything, but I just think that if they're
it
going to really
fresh.
commit to like each season, there's just going to be the map is going to have really significant change. Yeah, sure, why not?
yeah, to like go with the next lore event that's going to happen. Yeah,
Because
Sure.
otherwise,
The
if
connection.
someone plays Zehen, they should be able to kill Otacon
they should be able to
in
one
hit.
shot Otacon.
I like that. Make a real prio pick, Yeah, I'll be really curious to see how people feel about Xinjiao Dai and to see if there's any more. I think everyone's really caught up in Worlds finals just happened. So I'll be curious to see if there's. I should go look on the. We should look on the mains subreddit, see what they feel about it.
I know, some domains.
Xinjiao mains, yeah, I don't know if you just a big fan of Xinjiao.
Yeah, how'd
How
you
you feel about it?
his
I'm curious because it's
send-off?
wild. I'm sure there's a lot of trepidation around Riot. I think they didn't revel in it more. I say revel in it. Like I'm sure that there was a lot of like, okay, well, this is something. I mean, people get mad when like you don't put out like a legacy skin when someone gets like updated, right? But then again, like, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of thinking about this sort of in the context of things outside of lore in terms of like, champions will get remade, reworked. And I see people compare it to like that old champion that is essentially killed. They do not exist in the lore, and their story will not continue in that way. Lots of many times. So in some ways, he could have gotten killed harder. He could have gotten rewritten into something else.
They could have ruined him so much more.
They could, you dude, man. You could have gotten ruined so hard, man.
Can you think of another champion that is like close to an end of story in this way? Like another champion that
Ooh,
could
I'm
have
sure
like a
we talked about
send-off.
them.
Yeah.
I'm sure we talked about one and we said their story's kind of done.
Yeah. I guess in like a way that a sacrifice would be their final thing. I'm thinking like Lysandra, maybe. If they ever wanted to do like a
that'd be
big
good.
void kind of Freljord thing, I think Lysandra's
she,
death
like-
would be...
Like she ults herself, but like super duper hard, and she becomes this.
Right,
This
she
anchor
alters herself to
tries.
become a cork that plugs up the
Oh,
whole
yes! She seals the
Cork
Watchers in
Lysandra.
with her, and they're trapped together forever. That's
Oh, shit.
That's a good ending for her.
Ooh, we should think of all the ways that champions should die. That'll be like a separate episode or a Patreon episode. What's the most poetic way to kill somebody?
I'm sure we could
a
spit some
champion,
out
sorry.
right now. I mean, we could do both, depending on how dark you want to get.
That's a good question. I was trying to think about it. I was trying to like skim through because, like I said, I know there are ones we talked about and we said they're kind of done. They're like it's kind of awkward to kind of try and tell more stories with them in some ways.
Yeah.
For the life of me, I can't remember who those champions were. But they exist. I know there's at least one that's like that.
I mean, we don't really
as I'm looking through
know
them.
technically like where Victor Jace are.
Yeah, I assume they're kind
That's
of
true.
We
Dunzo,
assume or Warwick. I mean,
Yeah, he seems a little dumb
That's-
too.
presumably, I
That's
find it hard to
true.
believe in his current state that he would have died to whatever the fuck that was, especially when Jinx made it out. But
Yeah.
I also find it, I don't know what, like what's he doing otherwise? He's just fucking slumming around with that weird ass body of
Sin
his.
just throws bones outside sometimes that he can pick up. Drinks water from bowls that people leave out.
Now, real quick, someone had posted a screenshot on the Xinjiao mains subreddit with a Sona quote, or with a Xinjiao quote. If you have an allied Sona on the team,
Okay.
and the first time you move, he says, "Lady Sona, if I fall today, let your song carry me home."
Aww.
So they were hoping he has a Xin funeral in Demacia or Ionia so that she can play there.
A funeral would be fucking powerful, dude.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you need one more piece for this to
Yeah.
really work, and that would be lovely, and that would be the way like they open up the Demacia show or whatever it is that
Or
they're
whatever
doing.
they're doing next. Yeah.
And it would be an
Yeah.
opportunity, I think, for Jarvan to like really commit to his turn, right? Because we
That's
saw
true.
that like when the other Jarvan died and Sona was in the crowd, the Mage Seeker asshole really took the opportunity to stir up hate for mages at that funeral. And like it would be very fitting for Xin Zhao to essentially die in a fight with like one of the most powerful mages we've got around, and not take the opportunity to stoke hate, like really take the opportunity to commit to his like, you know, let's not take the opportunity to blame
Let's not
mages
bicker
for
and
this,
argue.
right?
About who
Who
killed who.
But, like really have him
right,
be
though.
kingly, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Honestly.
And Xin Zhao, in a way, was embracing his roots a little bit and going back. It was for Demacia, but, you know, he did start in Ionia, and that's a big deal. And I think it would be a great opportunity, for Jarvan to step into his place as king, which is something he hasn't really done yet, either.
And-
I feel like he's been stuck in that he must be king now, but can't bring himself to do it for about
Yeah, they
13 years.
And,
something
like,
that.
They haven't voted him in or whatever.
Yeah.
And what better place for someone broken to be reforged than to go
Shut
to Ionia?
I love it. I
We
love
did
it. I
make
mean, you're right
jokes there.
though.
Yeah.
Like you genuinely, it's funny, but it's funny because it's true. You know, it's like you're right. I'm gonna be real disappointed when they do not do that now. You've painted a world that's too beautiful to exist.
I mean, if they're sticking with him being dead, I don't think they would pass up a funeral opportunity because, yeah, I don't know. That just seems like a important thing to do, but who knows?
Sure. Well, who knows what the Demacian reaction is going to be? The Seneschal left, and he got turned into a fucking Darkin, right? If they even have if anyone even knows what happens, right? As far as we know, his guards are still just waiting on his boat. Like, well, he's been gone a long time. That's weird.
Jarvan never knows. He's just missing.
There's a bunch of ghosts outside, so
Fuck this place.
those flowers are a little too beautiful. I don't think, yeah. So
And now some of them are
Some of them.
Xin Zhao. He turned into flower petals.
it's true. It's true. I mean, they've been going with the petal aesthetic a bunch, right? Especially like even in game, right, where everyone's always constantly gardening. So you know, I like them
I'm always gardening when I
like
play League too.
because you.
That's what they call weed.
I thought you were going with like a farming or a
No,
pruning
guys.
joke.
That's what they talk about, doing the weed.
Got some grass, gardening. Oh man.
And I'm so sad that neither of you have played Expedition 33 because there's so many connections I want to make here.
So sorry. Please
Especially
don't spoil
since
it.
Fortiche
Don't
is also
spoil it.
French.
And French always tell the same story.
Sorry, I can't even make any jokes because it'll ruin things.
Okay, I'm sorry to hamstring you so bad. We'll play it and we'll revisit
fine.
this.
All right. Yeah, play it, come back.
Okay.
Sure.
It's on Game Pass.
Well, is there gonna be one more act of this? Or not act,
think this is-
chapter or something.
I didn't think so, right?
I think this is the last one. I think they're doing 3. It's 3 a year.
Right.
Maybe
So there might be
they'll
kind of like
maybe
a-
they'll throw an epilogue our way, you know?
Yeah, like I was wondering if there was one more something.
Yeah,
I hope so. Maybe they just didn't want to commit to it, you know?
Not an act, but like another video
cinematic or a
something,
comic
or
or something,
motion
yeah.
comic or something like
like
that.
you said, an epilogue probably.
Yeah.
I think you need something that's going to close a little bit more because, like, we don't want to spend the whole I can't imagine we want to spend the whole next season in Ionia more. I could be wrong, but I feel like
I doubt it.
they're going to do something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent 2 acts in Ionia at this point, so it's like I think
This-
I could be wrong.
And I mean, I feel like it lends itself so well to taking the next act to Demacia, like, you know,
Yeah.
I think they'd said they wanted to do anyway.
Yeah. But how about
For
that
sure.
winter map, guys? I'm just so really excited that the winter map's coming back. Is everybody else really pumped about that one?
Yes, I am too.
We're gonna have to play so much Rift. Fuck ARAMs. I want to get on that.
Yeah, hey man, we tore it up on the Rift.
We did so well on the Rift, Mark. And then you
I
kicked
think
my
that
ass in
Caitlyn was
ARAMs
kind of
later.
new. What was I gonna
It's
say?
okay.
You know what I think they might do with Demacia? This might be it for when we do predictions. But I'd be really curious to see if they instead of like progressing things like quite so linearly, kind of cut to Demacia almost sort of like either while things are happening or like there being a bit of overlap between the start of this Demacia story that we might do and the end of that Xinjiao story, or like maybe part of the way through the first act they find out that Xinjiao is like dead. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Or turned into a Darkin, whatever's happened to him.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like he really. I
I'd be
don't
curious.
know. Is he still up in there in that Darkin?
it's very
That's a good
interesting
question.
because it's like
Yeah.
pretty much every Darkin, I think, has had a dramatically different transformation so far.
Yeah.
Right? Like we have the Kane that like he can't quite take over, so they're kind of coexisting. We've got the Varys, which is just three people
dudes
slammed on in there.
Stuffed in one guy.
We have Aatrox, who's just continually consuming more meat to be him. We've got the fucking pack of dogs.
Yeah.
Like
What an
everyone's
oddball.
wildly unique.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
who the fuck
It's-
knows?
Maybe Yunara will give us kind of a clue because she will see him again. This is now Zahen,
Yeah.
who she was sworn to guard.
Did-
I just realized that the bird Darkin has hen in his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Zahen.
see, that's the real reason they didn't
goose.
do the.
That's what all the Darkins should be instead of
dog.
animals. It's a dog.
He's got the dog in him.
Instead of an apostrophe, it should just be a different animal.
That's pretty good. Seriously. What was I gonna say? I don't remember.
Well, I think I'm out of thoughts.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool cinematic, and I do like that I like that they kind of killed him.
It was kind of cool.
Maybe
It
we
was a
turned a
good
corner
scene.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like they're not. Let's be willing to yeah.
Kill off more champions.
Dope. Kill them more, man. There's a
There's
lot
so
of them.
many. It's fine. You got to get rid of some of these threats, especially the world-ending threats.
It's true.
Alrighty. Well, that's it for our new lore that we have right now. Thank you so much for listening. We have a Twitch, twitch.tv/loreheads. John streams there on Saturdays. He does an indie game first and then some TFTs and ARAMs with viewers. So if you want to play with John
Hello.
and sometimes me and or
I
Mark,
was gonna say, yeah, you guys joined in last time.
we did. Fought against one another. on the murder bridge.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry we did that.
It's okay.
Never again.
No, it's fine.
We must never be separated.
It was hard. It's hard, like, knowing, like, exactly which people on the opposite team are better than you. Like, I can just kind of pretend when it's just 5 randos and be like, well, clearly they suck.
I mean, it's easier for me because it's a pretty safe assumption it's all 5 of them
John,
most of the time.
that's not
Oh,
true.
come now.
Anyway, we also have a YouTube. You want to see our lovely faces. Or John uploads the streams sometimes. And we have some fun parody songs as well. And we have reaction videos. We're about to do a reaction to the world's opening ceremony.
Woo!
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm
After
nervous.
our last immensely successful video, might be the most watched video on our YouTube channel, which makes it the best.
It's not. I checked. There's 2 other reactions that people, I think, enjoyed and liked.
They're not hate watching it because we're talking during a reaction video. Anywho, please leave nice comments if you like us. Actually, either way, it's engagement. So, well, that we can't monetize. It doesn't matter.
That's
Anyway,
true. We can't monetize any of those. We can't even monetize our non-reaction
It's for the
videos.
passion of the craft, man.
so stupid.
Yeah. YouTube's a non-monetization zone for us.
Kind of everywhere keeps trying to take us down for using
Because of all the
rights-free
gratuitous
music.
nudity.
Yeah.
That too. Stop taking your dicks out, everybody.
Sorry.
We have a Discord. You want
Everybody.
to find?
We have a dick sword.
You can yell at John in the Discord if you'd like to. We also have a Patreon. Thank you so much to all of our patrons.
But a very special thank you to our Medarda tier patron, King of Hearts. If you were playing against us on the murder bridge, we'd let you win.
Yeah, we let you win. You definitely didn't beat my ass.
I see how it is.
Please be sure to join us next week. We will be talking about something League of Legends related. I don't know what yet.